The following program is brought to you by Caltech.
Last, but certainly not least, we honor Charles E. Wheatley III for his research in spread spectrum systems and his contributions to the design and development of CDMA cellular system. Chuck received his Bachelor of Science in Physics at Caltech in 1956. His game-changing innovations over many years support high-speed data transfer and GPS systems all over the world. You will recognize them when I mention names like 3G, 4G, and LTE wireless broadband technology. You know how those technology is impacting the life of everybody in the world nowadays. As a scientist and industry giant, he has leveraged his extraordinary talent to impact society and to solve many societal challenges. From security technology to inventing communication systems that have transformed our world, he's a pioneer and a trailblazer. Currently, he serves as the Vice President of Technology at Qualcomm, where his leadership and vision for CDMA technology continue to drive new directions in knowledge and applications. He is an IEEE Life Fellow, a Qualcomm Fellow, and he holds over 100 patents on systems and methods related to communications and navigation, and those patents have been used in many of those systems I mentioned before. Chuck describes his time at Caltech as training him to never give up, even when a problem seems too difficult. Chuck, we are grateful that you have carried this guiding principle forward in your career. Your achievements illustrate what it means to be a Caltech graduate. Chuck Wheatley.
Well, I get to take some notes out. It's unreal to follow something about Simon Ramo because he was one of my heroes. But right now I want to thank you, Dr. Chameau, the selection committee, the people who actually nominated me, and there are many great teams of people that I work with over the years who actually, frankly, made this possible. Nothing I would have done was not part of a team effort. It's an honor of a lifetime to be a member of a distinguished alumni, especially if it's a Caltech alumni, and I'm sure you'd all agree with that. But when I came to Caltech, I had no idea what to expect. I did not research into Caltech. So when I got here and I met such notables as Richard Feynman and Linus Pauling, I couldn't believe that they were so down to earth and such friendly, unassuming people. But I finally decided that's a Caltech trait and it must be inherited. That everybody you meet from Caltech, you really have no idea how good they are. Caltech definitely influenced my career, and there's two things that stand out in my mind. One is that you really better get down to basic principles before you go start solving problems, because most people seem to solve problems before they have any idea what they're doing. But this place really pins it into you. You have to understand the basics, and it's very good at doing that. And the other one, frankly, is the honor system here, which is very unusual. And it teaches you if you're going to be a physicist or a scientist, there's no room for cheating. You have to be honest. And I majored in physics for two reasons. One is that it was fun and interesting, which is obvious. And the second one is that it doesn't require a big memory for facts, and I'm terrible at facts. The other one is it's frankly the basis for many engineering disciplines. And since I didn't know what I was going to do for a career, I picked physics, and then would lead into other things, hopefully. I'm still having a great career. I'm still working, and I worked on many, many interesting projects, usually with a team of people, but two that stand out in my mind are two really large-scale systems which had problems which required some serious help. These two were GPS, and what happened there, the satellite clocks were failing in orbit, and it's hard to fix things in failing orbit. But anyway, that was one thing. It stopped the whole launches for probably about 6 months. The other one was the spread spectrum mobile communication process that Jean-Lou mentioned, and it's in the late 80s, it was perceived by many experts as simply being impossible, and that we were frankly lying. It was a very interesting time. But there isn't time here to talk about all the details, but as is obvious, we were able to overcome those difficulties. And these two systems not only survived, but actually joined forces, as cellular phones are combined with GPS now, into a huge, really big system that provides worldwide coverage just between billions of people. I think the number last was about 6 billion connections. Well, clearly the total capability of these mobile communication devices has a huge potential on people's lives, other than being annoying, and we're sorry about that part. But two extreme examples perhaps are, as recently they have enabling two-way real-time remote medical services, where you can use the cameras and the sensors to do operations to something as most interesting as tracking animals in Africa to help, endangered species survive. Those are two extreme cases, and I'm sure you can think of so many applications today, there's an endless list. My wife and I are Caltech supporters because we know that the help I got here and the background was immeasurable in helping my career along, but also because we know that Caltech is just simply committed to make a difference. We had a tour yesterday of the Lynn Center, and we're so pleased to see global environmental science is a new agenda here, and that some great work is being done on defining issues with the environment, and there's being a lot of work then on figure out how to deal with it, which is important in this day and age. I would guess that most of you in this audience would agree that a good education, hard work, and a love for what you do, and luck are needed for success, and I think Simon Ramos said that. Well, especially when you set out to do things that have never been done before. You need at least those, and I don't know how many others. So Caltech certainly has a great educational process here, and does give you a lot of hard work. I do remember that. What you choose to do is up to you, and luck is just luck. That's the way it goes. But if you're prepared, you're ready for when luck happens. And after some thought, I think the very lucky event for me was just to make it into this place the first time. Anyway, thank you, everyone.